Right, today we're going to teach you how to whip. This is like quite a high level thing to learn, and I'd suggest if you're watching this video you can already jump, I presume, I hope. If not, go and watch some jump videos. And there's a few things that are important about doing a whip. Is getting the jump right for a start. It's a good thing to start on a step up. A slight step up is always good. Also a slight hip to the jump, whether it's a hip to the right or a hip to the left, depending on which way you want to whip, is also good. It means that when you do the whip, you don't have to get the whip back perfectly straight as much. So you can do a big whip and then keep it out a little bit, and there's a bit more room for error. Here we've got a slight right hand hip, so we're going to whip out to the left, which means we'll come up the lip as you'd hit it normally, but we'd make a slight turn at the top of the lip. So when I'm talking about a slight turn up the lip, it really is quite a slight turn. It's not like doing a corner up the lip. It's a slight arc as you go up the lip, which on this jump would be quite similar to like this. You'd go up, turn over and just turn off a little bit like that. Just to give you a little helping hand, just so when your bike's going up, it's already kind of in that position to do a little whip. And when it's out there, then all you've got to worry about is getting the back end back in. Okay, I think it's very important when you're in the air and you're doing a whip that it's one fluid motion. I think it's a common mistake for people to go up, concentrate on getting the bike sideways, and then maybe forgetting about getting the thing back. Try to make it as one fluid motion as you can. As you go up, you get it sideways, and already before you're at maximum sideways, you've got to really start about thinking about getting that thing straight again, because landing sideways is not going to be pleasant for you or your back wheel or your frames. So as you go up the lip, just start really small, just start getting the back end up, but really concentrate on making it one motion, as opposed to going up, kicking it out and then trying to get it back. It's really not going to work. Get the back out and then get it back in, and just start really small. And you can, with a hip like this, you can start really small, and as you progress and get more comfortable with it, you can get more and more sideways, and then you're going to be upside down and get it right back into shape on the landing. Okay, so obviously landing your whip is more important than how sideways you get. You know, we need to make sure that thing comes back in safe and sound and more or less in a straight line. So as we go off the lip, and like I said before, you do a slight turn, and when you're in the air, I think it's all movement with your hips and your legs, and you're pushing the bike out, and you've always got your eyes on the landing. I think that's quite important. People are doing these whips and they're doing whips and they're looking sideways and they're looking back. And I think as long as you're looking at the landing, the bike can do a nice fluid motion, and you're always looking, and you're always going to be safe and sound. You know where you're going to land. So up the lip, push out with your legs and your hips, and then keep an eye on the landing at all times. And it's, like I said, one fluid motion, and you should get it back in straight. Okay, so if you do come in a slightly sideways, which probably is inevitable, I mean, I've certainly done it enough times, shouldn't be the end of the world. Just keep the front wheel down the trail, keep looking ahead, keep quite a strong upper body, that push-up position we always talk about, and you should be good. So I hope you learned something from this how to whip video. Some key points for you are: make sure you get the jump good to start with before you start doing a whip. Make it one fluid motion. Make sure it's not two motions like out and then back in, all big one fluid motion. Make sure you get the back end in straight. Also, landing is very crucial. Make sure you're always looking ahead when you land. Keep your front wheel straight on the landing, and then whatever the back end's doing should be okay, but make sure it's back in line if you can. Other videos, Donnie and Mark, how to whip. Wouldn't really suggest to watch that one, but it's up here if you click on this one. Also, another useful one is how to jump. That'll be down there. And if you want to subscribe to GMBN and watch loads of free new videos every day, click here.